Every second, minute, day, month, or year, the world changes and so do you. Have you ever felt stuck or did not know what your next plan of action should be? The world and the people living in it change every day due to a person's actions or even yours. On a more personal level, you decide and you change every day. When faced with adversity, a problem, or even a consequence, you have the power to come out on top and create your own destiny. Like most people, my fall semester of 2020 was not ideal. With the coronavirus, to many people moving back home, and due to me moving back home with my father's previous health scares, I was thrown into a lot for being a first year in college. The main situation that caused me the most stress was my father's health. My two younger sisters and him went on a trip to Florida, and as soon as he landed in Tampa, something terrible had happened. Thankfully, my grandparents live in Florida and convinced him to go to the hospital, but our family was not expecting all of this. My family found out that he had an aneurysm on his aorta and was rushed into open heart surgery that same day. Meanwhile, I was home with my mom and sister. This caused an immense amount of stress on my family, and luckily, he made it out of the surgery healthy, but we know the recovery is going to be hard for us all. As soon as we found out the surgery went well, my mom flew to Tampa and my two younger sisters came home. For 2 weeks, I practically raised my sisters, which of course I did not mind, but I realized I put all of my time and energy into them instead of my school and myself. I did not know how to cope with my stress until my best friend suggested that I should start painting. At first, I was frustrated with her because I did not have the time or energy to paint anything, but I decided it could be very therapeutic for me. By no means am I Picasso, but it does make me happy and it does relax me. I related painting to my own life. Instead of giving up and telling my family to go fend for themselves, I carried on and have helped make something that is beautiful to me. Personally, I love to try and fix everything in my life, but I know I could not change anything or anyone besides myself. I knew I needed to stop worrying about the unknowns and focus more on me. I related painting to my life because I can control what colors I want to use, what shapes I wanted to show, and what the final outcome could be. Not only that I liked that I could control what I was painting, it relieves some of the stress that I've had built up. I also learned that it is okay to be selfish, if you will, and organize certain times out of my day for just myself. It's the simple things in life that give me the most joy, and before this class, I was not educated enough to realize that. This painting coming up shows a beautiful, vulnerable woman and all of the beautiful things in life that she has to offer. It's imperfect to me, and it shows that I do not have to be perfect all the time. It's okay to fail as long as I have learned from my mistakes, which is an example of having a growth mindset. I have also learned to adapt in tough situations and believe in myself. Before taking this course, I was not hesitant to put the pressure of the world around my shoulders. And by painting this, I have realized that it is okay to not be perfect and to be vulnerable. Because I can be kind of a control freak, painting soothes me and shows me my mistakes. Another word I have learned throughout this course is resilience. I'm sure you're all aware of the definition by now, so I won't bore you with that, but I have thought to myself to be resilient with juggling a lot of things at once. I have learned to focus more on myself, but I still strive to do good for others. Stress can be very scary for people and can take some down the wrong path. As long as I stay grounded and add self-care into my schedule, I will be just fine. Although we have said that stressing too much can be a bad thing, a little stress can be positive. I was determined to make my sisters comfortable at home, away from my parents for such a long time, and I was successful. So, I feel that I am ready for whatever life throws at me next. The next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, remember that you can control your life and nobody has the power to take that away from you. As the world changes, you do too. So when you are feeling stressed out, try to have a growth mindset, show resilience, and give yourself a break.